Eric Riddick waking up as a free man for the first time in nearly 30 years. He always insisted that he was innocent of murder. The wheels of justice turned slowly in this case, but they got a kickstart from the rapper Meek Mill, whom Riddick met in prison. ABC's Zachary Quiche sat down with Riddick just hours after his release. Zachary, good morning to you.
Dan, good morning to you as well. It's a powerful story of redemption, but also one that advocates say is reflective of broader issues within the criminal justice system, and not just in Philly, but around the country. They ask, how many Eric Riddicks are there? How many innocent men or women are serving time behind bars for crimes they did not commit?
Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, my son, free at last.
After almost 30 years behind bars for a crime he says he didn't commit, Eric Riddick woke up in Philadelphia a free man this morning.
Just that embrace, knowing that I was free. You know, that was the end result of, years and years and years and years and years of, struggle.
It was an emotional celebration of many firsts, including embracing his wife of 8 years without the burden of bars. The two share a story rooted in tragedy and triumph.
Whatever fight was needed, we did, doing the rallies, making the phone calls, being here, being there, and just, supporting each other morally.
At just 22 years old, Riddick was sentenced to life in prison, convicted of first-degree murder for allegedly killing his childhood friend, William Catlett, a verdict largely based on the testimony of one eyewitness.
I've always maintained that I'm not guilty of this.
The lone witness who pinned the crime on Riddick recanted his testimony years later, saying he was coerced by Philadelphia police. But despite the evidence, the window for appeal had expired and prevented Eric from seeking justice.
Despite having scientific evidence that he's not guilty, that evidence could not be reviewed by a judge under the Pennsylvania Post-Conviction Relief Act. And that act has to be amended in our state.
If that evidence was disclosed, there was a strong case could have been made right then and there.
Absolutely.
That they had the wrong guy.
Absolutely. Any competent attorney would have used that information, especially given the allegations.
Riddick's attorney, Emeka Igwe, says his story is reflective of systematic issues in the criminal justice system that oftentimes prioritize convictions over justice. About 20 years into that life sentence, Eric met an unlikely ally, Grammy-nominated artist Meek Mill.
You want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view.
And overnight, the duo finally seeing each other as two free men.
Welcome home to this guy, my guy.
Meek granted freedom from state prison after questions arose about the credibility of his arresting officer, played an intricate role in the release of Riddick. Now, the artist, a well-known advocate for reform, turning his attention to black youth.
I want to build a youth center where we house and help rebuild young black men. We'll buy our youth jails, our youth programs. Yeah. They are not effective. Yeah. And they don't know how to actually cater to our younger brothers and sisters coming up in our environments.
Riddick pleaded guilty to a third-degree murder charge and was released on time served, a deal he was forced to take despite evidence that proves his innocence, and also one that avoids any liability for police, prosecutors, or the state. Although Riddick is free, he will have to continue to fight to clear his name.
Things happen for a reason. This moment of me being free, how do I make sense of that? I make sense of it by acknowledging that justice is in season, pretty much. I fought all these years to rectify my wrongful conviction, but my freedom at the time wasn't in season. So today is testimony that justice is definitely in season.
We reached out to the district attorney's office and did not hear back, but I can tell you there was a lot of conversation yesterday from Eric's defense team around qualified immunity and whether or not prosecutors, not just police, but prosecutors should be held responsible or liable in cases like this. Whit?
Zachary Quiche, thank you for that powerful story. And Eric Riddick's perspective after nearly 30 years behind bars, really extraordinary.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.